AI is moving very quickly. And recently, on your screen, you can see Gemini, which used to be called Bard, this is the AI tool from Google, released Gemini Advanced. Now, Gemini Advanced is priced at the same price as ChatGPT Pro, and that's how you can get the GPT-4 model. And what we're going to do today is put these two chat tools up against each other with 3 prompts that are really useful when it comes to marketing and also for people with small business. Now, if you're an individual who uses this as well, this is going to be useful for you too, because we're going to look at image generation, among other things. Now, if you want to learn about no-code tools, then check out nocode.mba, get our free guide to no-code tools, and also browse the courses that we have available. Now, we're going to start with a Twitter thread. I'm going to just copy and paste it in here. And it's quite simple. Write a tweet thread, 10 in total, about 8 tips for shooting better photos on the iPhone. Make the first tweet get the attention on the feed and sum up on the 10th tweet. Now, I'm not going to say in the style of, I'm not going to use specific GPTs here. Instead, we're just going to see what it can come up with based on this very simple prompt. Now, when it comes to using these tools, the more detailed you are in the prompt, the better. But we're just going to do this today and see what it comes up with. So I'm going to copy and paste in both and then see what we have. So the first one is tweet 1, your Insta feed looking a little blah. Let's fix that. Time to level up your iPhone photography game. Get ready for some pro tips. So pretty cool in terms of the introduction of the tweet to get people's attention. ChatGPT says this, 8 essential iPhone photography tips to elevate your shots. Dive into this game-changing techniques and transform your photo game. Let's unlock the magic of the iPhone photography together. I much prefer Gemini's here. And what I normally do in this one is I would space this out as well. So tweet 2, the basics matter. Tweet 3, turn on the camera grid. Tip 4, tap your screen where your main subject is. So kind of just general tips here where you don't really need to think about this too much. And then this one is master the rule of thirds, leverage natural light, explore portrait mode, play with perspective, focus on the details. I think at the moment, in terms of the actual tweets, I prefer ChatGPT 4. But you can also change this in terms of the style that you want to do. There's some good tips as well here, golden hour, hit the volume button, etc. So both of these are doing pretty well with the first prompt. Let's move on to image generation. So prompt 2 is a young Spanish man in a dimly lit home office throws his hands up in the air in despair, a broken laptop screen displaying a critical error message. Papers litter the floor and the glow of an unanswered call fills the room. So this is kind of quite a generic prompt here, but we do have some details thrown in. So I'm just going to put it in here and see if it recognizes that we want an image from this. It didn't, so I'm going to just have to say, create an image based on this, and then post it in. And then while we're doing that, I'll do this. Create an image from this prompt. And then just go back to Gemini. Let's see what it comes up with. I'm quite excited about their image generation here. And just to see what it all comes up with. Very cool. So we have 3 in total. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Great detail on the images that it's creating. That one's a little bit more. He's wearing a very tight top in that one. And then this one is pretty good as well. I quite like that one actually, except for error. Lots of R's in the error. But it's just showing this one is probably the one that we would come up with first. And then ChatGPT, great image as well. So this is an image of someone here. It's strange. Both of them have, if we zoom into this one, if I can't zoom in, but they both have strange text on screen, which isn't surprising. That's something that's getting better. But the reason I put these ones in there is because you can think about creating these kind of images for stock photos, Twitter threads, for YouTube thumbnails, for featured images on websites. So we don't need to use stock photos anymore, especially if we give it a little bit more detail on the prompt. And the last one, and this is all on the same thread as well. what are the top 30 long tail keywords that I should focus on if I have a piano learning app? Now, I'm doing this one because I'm not sure if Google taps into its other tools, like its keyword tools and its search console, etc. But obviously with Google, what we're going to find is people starting to use this in different apps, and Gemini Advanced is going to be into those apps as well. But I'm just going to put this in and put it into ChatGPT as well. Let's see. It's giving us like a little bit of a spiel here, but it's going to be interesting to see. Oh, how interesting. So here's a breakdown of the top 30 long tail keywords for piano learning app, along with categories to help you structure your strategy. Beginner focused, skill developed, genre and style. It goes on with a little bit more, saying you have some considerations here. Use tools like Google Keyword Planner, buying intent keywords, and how to use these long tail keywords. So it's giving us a little bit more information about how to do this. Now, I actually made a video on how to use ChatGPT for keyword research fairly recently, so definitely check that video out after this. This one, it just gave us a list. It just went straight to it. Best piano learning app for beginners. They don't have that one here, but it's interesting to see both of them are giving us the long tail keywords. Skill development. This one is very specific. Learn to improvise on piano with jazz. I've got to say, here it is again. Learn jazz piano on your phone app. I've got to say, looking at this, eyeballing it, I prefer the ChatGPT response. But this is interesting. So Gemini Advanced have really stepped up the game with this advanced mode. They're bringing out new models as well, which I'm sure you've heard about recently. But both of these are two great tools that you can use. And my advice is just to use them yourself and to see which one you prefer. But that should give you an overview about the new model, Gemini Advanced. If you prefer using Google products, then this is available to you. So what you can do now is check out nocode.mba, go to courses on the page, and you can get unlimited access to Complete Guide to Bubble, Zapier, Building Apps with AI, Figma. We have things like Google Sheets and also No Code 101. This is especially great if you're new to no-code tools and building with no-code tools. So just click the link in the description. I'll leave a link in the comment section as well. If you found this video useful, then please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.